Okay, James, this topic that we're going to do is called slope. It's a bigger topic that's going to be with you throughout the rest of your math classes in some way, shape, or form. So it's best to learn it now. I think since the way we're doing it, it's best just to teach you the formula. And then when we get back in school, we can maybe work on your rise divided by your run, how to do it by a graph. But right now, today, we're just going to do it through the formula. So the slope is the rate of change. Don't forget, so anytime math is a science, so when you hear rate, just like rates are two different units, different measures, unit measures divided by each other. It's the same thing. So slope is your rate of change. Okay, so between any 2 points on a line. So you only need 2 points to make a line. Okay, so the slope measures the steepness of the line. So I want you to correlate it over to like an escalator. The sharper it gets, the larger your number, so the larger your slope. So therefore, you have like a little baby escalator. That slope number would be smaller than if you had like one of those bigger and more slanted. So the sharper it gets, the higher the number. So the slope measures the steepness of a line. Okay. So the variable that represents slope is m. That's very important for you to remember. So the variable that represents slope is m. Okay. So today we're going to just work on your slope formula. So here we go. So anytime you see slope, I want you to start correlating over m. Okay. So the slope means it's going to be the change in your y divided by the change in your x. So I want you to put that there. So it's change in y divided by your change in your x. So when you're doing the slope formula, y is always on top. Y is always on top. Also in math, change, the symbol that represents change is the triangle. So anytime you see a triangle, now you know that means change, okay? So basically, this is saying I'll put a little equal sign here. So basically that's saying change in y divided by your change in your x. So here's the slope formula. So the slope formula is so you have your m equals, so that's your slope equals, and it's going to be the change in your y. So how we do that in math, the formula is called y sub 2. So that means it's y with a little 2 down the bottom minus y sub 1. I'm going to talk about what these subs means. Divided by, and then your x is on the bottom. X sub 2 minus x sub 1. All right. So all you need to understand is that, like, say, this is just saying that this y is a different y value than this one. So when you see the little subs, it's called subscripts. We shorten it in math to say subs. So when you see those, then all you need to understand is that all it's saying is that both of these are both y's. It's just this is a different number than this one. Okay. Both of these are x's, but this is a different x than this one. Okay. So since you only need 2 points to make a line, you only need 2 points to actually do your slope formula. So we're going to look right here, and I'm going to actually do this on paper so you can get the gist of it. So all you're doing right now, they are giving you the 2 points. Okay, so again, you need to choose 2 points that are going to be on this line when they don't give it to you. So if they give it to you, you can use the slope formula anytime. But if you have to, like, sometimes they will not have these points out here. They will just have a line. You want to make sure that when you choose 2 points, you need to choose 2 points to do this formula, that you're going to choose points that meet at endpoints, like a vertices. So that means that both the x and y have to be whole numbers. They cannot be decimals. So that's I probably will do another video and do one like that. But for today, we're just doing the ones and they're giving you the points. So I'm going to take these 2 points and then I'm going to work the problem on this other sheet of paper. So the 2 points that we had were, let me see if I can make this even bigger too. Let me see some. Okay, yeah. So the 2 points that we had was, I'm going to do the second one. I'm not going to do the first one. Well, I might do both. So the 1 point we had was 1 and 5. And the second point we had is 0 and 0. Okay? So the points that you have are going to be x is always first and then y. And then x is always first and then y. So you want to start with your actual slope formula. So every time, so I'm going to do m equals, and I'm going to write my y sub 2 minus my y sub 1 divided by my x sub 2 minus my x sub 1. Now, this is the first order pair, so that's where I'm going to put my ones. I'm making both of these ones because both of these are the first order pair. This is the second order pair, so I'm going to make both of these 2. And then now I am going to take this and I'm going to plug in the information that I have. So my y sub 2, I go here, my y sub 2 here is 0. So I'm putting a 0 here. I'm getting a minus sign from this formula. That is important. Okay? And then my y sub 1 is 5. You write the number exactly how it is. Write your division sign. Okay? And then you're going to do the same thing. Looking, this is x sub 2. So I'm going to my x sub 2. I'm writing that first. That's 0. I'm getting my minus sign from the formula. And my x sub 1 is 1. And then I'm going to do the math. So 0 minus 5 is negative 5. Write my division sign. And then 0 minus 1 is negative 1. A negative divided by negative is a positive. So my answer is 5. So my slope equals 5. My m equals 5. That is your final answer for that one. It's simple as plugging in. Okay? So let me do that. That's problem 1. And then I'm going to do problem 2. And then you should be good. Because it's just really simple plug-in. So 2. There again, you will be given the coordinates on the line. So the coordinates that I'm going to be using for this particular one is this 6 and 4. And it's 3 and 2. Directly from your actual graph here. Okay? So you're trying to find the slope of that graph. Of that line. So number 2. I'm going to have my 6 and my 4. And then I'm going to have my 3 and my 2. Again, I'm going to do my x, y, x, y. This is my first order pair, so I'm going to put little 1s down here. This is my second order pair, so I'm going to put little 2s down here. And then I'm going to actually do it. So I'm writing my slope formula like I did up top. My m equals y sub 2 minus y sub 1 divided by x sub 2 minus x sub 1. Okay? And from here, I'm just doing my simple plug-in. My y sub 2 is 2. I'm getting my minus sign from my formula. My y sub 1 is 4. Division. My x sub 2 is 3. Minus sign from the formula. X sub 1 is 6. So 2 minus 4 will give me negative 2. 3 minus 6 will give me negative 3. A negative divided by a negative is a positive, so my answer is 2/3. So my actual slope is 2/3. You also want to make sure that you simplify. So when you're doing slope, so say if this would have came out to be 4/6. So another little thing is make sure so slopes are simplified. Just like you know how to do. So you're just reducing it. So say if I end up with 4/6. I want to simplify this by dividing both of these by 2. And so my answer would end up being 2/3. So make sure you simplify your slopes if you need to. Okay? Alright, thank you. I'll send the page number with the email, with the whatever, however I send, I'll send the page number, okay? Alright, thanks.